Greetings, listener. Please enjoy the unintelligible ramblings of your favorite dynamic trio, Arva, Farah, and Westy, as they reminisce in their craziest streaming experiences. Welcome to The Unintelligibles.
So hi, since I'm leading, I'll start. I'm Arva. I'm a variety streamer and currently a bubblegum pink incubus, but I'm rebranding in February to a dog boy hellhound. And I'll be leading today's podcast. I guess we're going Discord order. Westy next.
Me. Hi, I'm Westy. I hosted last week. I am House Cat of Cthulhu, and I am a shit gremlin who makes the Mortal Kombat theme play whenever my brother-in-law goes to the bathroom.
And then Farah.
Hi, I'm Farah. I'm sick, and also I lost the last time. I look forward to losing again.
No, you win. You'll win this one.
I'm up against
Maybe.
Westy. I don't know, man.
That's true, Westy. Westy's got some strong stories from last time. I'm really impressed. I'm sad I don't have stories that crazy. So I picked something pretty tame again this time. Because it's only the second episode, also segue into topic. We're gonna talk about our craziest experience on stream, whether it's good, bad, neutral, anything. Because
Okay.
I feel like this gives everyone a fair chance of having something fairly crazy. Twitch is a fever dream of a place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Westy
right?
has been streaming a lot longer than both of us.
That's true. Fuck,
Look,
I didn't think of that.
here's the thing, though. Length of time streaming does not equate to success or encounters
It's also
with
true.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true, yeah.
That's true.
Technically, I've been doing a
hopefully-
lot of things longer than both of you because I'm so old.
Oh, it's true.
See, I'm not even calling him old. He's calling himself old.
For context, Farah called me so old before the start of the episode.
I didn't say that. I said he's older than Arva and I, which is a factual statement.
She's like, man, I'll get the shovel.
Oh, well, it doesn't help that we're just also very young. I've realized coming into this. Oh, straying away from the topic quickly because ADHD. I'm just young. I've realized that getting into streaming that, like, I don't know, all my friends are just older than me, and no one realizes that I'm young. But when I say it, everyone goes, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Oh, I am young then."
Yeah,
Like I hit with a
true.
reality check, but
Zoomers rise up.
Zoomers rising up. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more people that are streaming around my age, which makes me feel a bit better. Not that I'm like insecure about it because I have no place to speak. Someone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're not old. You can't say that." I just feel like incompetent. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm 22 and trying. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
ADHD tangent on the wrong topic. That's gonna happen a lot.
You are the host.
But yeah, I think I know I'm the host, but like I don't want to go first because I guess I should go first to like set the ground since I'm the host. And mine, I can't. Can I? Oh, I guess I could win again. Or can the host not win?
Can
I can't
you?
remember the rules.
I don't know the rules.
I mean,
I
you're
go
the host.
first?
You could make up the rules to where you
I make
win.
up rules too. Oh,
You
It's
can
your
just end it
episode.
right now and say, yeah, I win.
I just pick a winner. I'm like, we don't even talk about anything.
AFK is the one editing this. AFK, edit it so Arva wins.
Oh, not the
congratulations,
RuPaul's Drag
Arva.
Race edit where they just record all the outcomes and then they just pick the one that wins, and it just ends up being mine no matter what. What the heck? That's not fair. My story, I don't think mine's too crazy. But I guess I will start since I'm the host. I'll set the like grounds. I guess. I think I have two. But I think I'll share the crazier of the two because this was early off in streaming too, so it really threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't like inherently bad, but it wasn't inherently positive either. It's kind of like a neutral interaction. Back when I was I would say middle ground between affiliate and partner, like halfway through the year. Um, I was just starting to pick up some speed, so I had new people coming by quite frequently. And this is before I closed my DMs because I was still like a smaller streamer. Learn my lesson. Oh my god. So anyone who joined my Discord could DM me, and I would either just ignore them, not to be mean, just because I just didn't know them, and it was the typical "Hey," and I'm like, that gives me nothing to work with. Like, I don't want to talk to someone. I have too many other people to talk to. This person comes in. Well, it was more than a hey for sure. But they said, oh, they were okay in my chat. They were like a decent person. So they said they're gonna DM me. And I was like, do what? That's okay. Sure. That's fine. You seem like a decent person. Famous last words. I finished stream, whatever. That was like halfway through. I streamed for like 4 more hours. So like this DM has been cooking. It's been brewing a little bit. There's been time to write it out and like post it. Um they send me, first of all, hey, hope you're doing good, blah blah blah. I really enjoyed the stream, all this stuff, blah blah blah. And then just like I read that and I was like, oh, cool, but I saw there's more, and then I saw those pictures too, and I didn't see them at first because I just wanted to see what they said in the hey message. And then I look at the pictures, and there is like at least 5 to 10 pictures of just dildos.
Yeah.
Just
All right, you got my attention.
so many dildos. And then there's a list with the pictures. Like every once in a while, the pictures are broken up with like text, and all the text is like describing the pictures like left to right. Every one of the dildos, like the ranking of them, like it was insane. Like it was like a full like, here's my collection, here's how good they all are, and how much I like them. Also, hi, this is our first time ever talking.
They just wanted you to know.
And
That's
appreciation.
basically all that happened. I just didn't respond and like banned them. I banned them because I was like, that's just too much. I can't handle that. Well, I didn't ban them immediately because I was like, I'll give them a chance still. Like in my community, I'll just like block them in DMs. They can't DM me anymore. I closed my DMs after that.
Did they send more
And then they did
dildos?
something else and I banned them. No, they didn't, thank God, because I blocked them before they could. But I'm sure they would have. Oh, I'm sure they probably had more to the collection. They probably would have like shipped a new one out and been like, I just got this today. Excited to try it out. No, thank you. I don't need a haul.
They move
No,
on
thank
to
you.
butt plugs.
Yeah, they like work their way up.
Oh God,
It
no!
was awful.
Don't say
It
work
was
your way up.
so
We're talking about
crazy.
butt plugs, please.
They just gauge it more.
Oh. No, not the pancake
So-
ass.
That's how I learned to turn off my DMs because people on Twitch are scary. And that was like my first. That was probably my first like crazy DM because that's why I didn't close my DMs until then. Most of my DMs were just either people saying hey, and that was just like it's boring. I said hey to a lot in DMs. Like I need more to work with than that. Like that's like that's dry. And then friends DMing me, but then that happened, and I was like, wow, I see why people say to close your DMs. Oh my god. So yeah, not terribly bad experience because it wasn't like it could have been worse. I feel like maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just like toning it down because I was sent like 10 pictures of dildos. Some of them used too, because he would
Oh.
say explicitly that they've been used before, and I was like,
Yeah, I think when you get sent like a plethora of used dildos, that's
I was like,
ugh.
what the hell? So yeah, my DMs are closed. DMs are closed on like every platform.
Do not DM me if you're listening.
I'm like, yeah, please do not DM me.
Do not DM me your
Unless I know
dildos.
you. Yeah, please don't.
Even if
I'll
I
send it
know you,
back.
do not DM me your dildos, please.
Right? Like it doesn't help. Even if I know you, I don't want to see that. It's okay. Some things stay private.
Exactly.
That was wild. That definitely shaped me as a person a little bit. I would say that's a good growth point for me.
I can see it.
And a growth point for him in another way. Wink wonk. Sorry, I was bad.
Ah!
Arva.
Sorry. I had to.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that's a good ground setter. Maybe.
Oh yes, we now tread upon the dildos.
I think I just kind of blocked that out of my memory, so it doesn't seem as bad as it should be because I'm just like, that didn't happen. That wasn't real. I was not sent that.
It's a coping mechanism.
I'm coping with it. Yeah, it's like when you use humor, I'm just using like deflection. I'm like, no, it didn't happen. It's not real. Let it go. It's not your fault.
The accident wasn't your fault.
It wasn't your fault. He's still alive. Yeah, I've never seen them around again. That's the good thing, though. I used to see them around on Twitch a bunch after that, and I was like, I can't see you around. And they just like stopped, and I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Some people don't know when to like fuck off when you don't want to see them anymore, even if you're like, hey,
Yeah. Oh my
like,
god.
go away.
that's why I like
It's
the
like, I
new
think that's what it is.
shared ban list, because it's like
Oh.
now I can see like, oh, I don't want to interact with this person. There's the reason. It's like, we're just gonna leave.
Exactly. No, I fully agree. That's a really great system. It's been so nice because also it's bad because some of my friends like do joke bans. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll have people come in and I know they're good and clear, but they'll come in with like the restricted or like watch this user. I'm more suspicious user, and I'm like, oh shit. What'd you do? What'd you do?
All right,
What'd you do?
that did happen to me the other day. It made me laugh really hard because they came in. I was like, wait, I know you. Wait, hang on, what happened? And they're like,
It's
oh,
so
I
good when you know
banned
them.
myself. It's like, wait, how the hell did you ban yourself? It's like, I banned myself in somebody else's chat. It's like, how did you do that?
That's so good. I love that. I love
I
that feature
have
so much.
I have a second account only for like VTemp because we have an inside joke. And I used it. I think I went into Akira's chat and it said possible ban evader. And I was like, yes, that's me.
Oh my god. That's wild. I need to make another account because I've been banned in some of my friends' channels for like the jokes of it. So maybe I'll have that too. They'll be like, what the Arva? Why are you a ban evader? The heck?
Arva, how could you?
How could you?
All right, who's
Mm,
next on the
Who's
chopping
next?
block?
Who has a
Uh,
delicious dish to present?
Barry, you got one ready? Because I'm still kind of thinking.
I have a good one and then like a bad one. I have two.
Yeah, go for it. I could always tell another one if Westy needs more time to think of something too.
Okay, so the good one actually has to do with Westy because he knows
I know it's me. I know I'm the shit gremlin.
the good one though, not the bad one.
Mm.
So I think I had been streaming for it wasn't long. It was like maybe a month, maybe
I was there on your first stream.
It was very short. Westy was there since my first stream, and I was like slow gaining an audience. In the beginning, I only had a half body model, or I guess 3/4, because I just couldn't afford like a full body, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, so I don't want to spend too much money on it. And then Westy came in one stream, and I was like just about to end stream. I'm pretty sure it was like a month after I'd started streaming, and he was just like, "Do you have any like donation goals?" And I was like, not really. Like, I don't have anything that I really need. I guess that I would like to eventually upgrade my model and get feet, which is an extra $100.
Mm.
And then I was like, started talking about something else, and then I see donation from Westy $100, and I was like, what the fuck? Because like prior to this, the most I had gotten was like maybe $5 in like bits. So I literally thought that it was like a prank, because I thought that I've seen like videos of people getting big donations and they're not real. And I
Yeah.
was like, there's no way that you just sent me $100. And he did. He sent me $100. I immediately got my feet, and he has a special role on my server called, what is it? Like the feet giver?
Yep, the feet giver.
Because I'm like, well, man, this guy is the reason my feet exist, and I have a Steppies redeem. So in a way, he's responsible for that. And then I'll
Hell
never
yeah.
forget. He went from
Yeah, I know.
coming in and being like, I'm drawing Lumpy Kirby's to like donating $100.
I'm still
and then I went
drawing
over
those
to his
Kirby's today.
stream and I was like, oh, you're the cat.
Everyone's reaction at first.
You're the cat?
The big city goth girl lures you in, and then the cat just fucks with you.
I love seeing people react to that and they slowly realize they're like, oh wait, what?
Ooh, that
You're
reminded
not
me of
the
the
anime
story. There
girl?
we go.
Nice, okay. Hell yeah. No, I got that totally fair too. Like the first like big donation or big anything you get, even like bits and subs, you just like you think it's fake. You're like, no, this is like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
this is not real. It always it almost makes me pass out sometimes. I'm like, whoa. What the you
I'm
can't
sorry if you waste your money on me. It's not my
right?
fault.
Like, you know what you're getting yourself into?
Like, really? This is what okay.
Me?
All right.
You could have bought like a video game with that.
You see, this is where I can easily tell my age is because when you're like $100 and I drop that, I think I was gonna be like, all right, bye. And I sat in chat and didn't say anything for like 30 minutes watching you freak out. But also, it's like $100 when you hit a certain age is not a lot of money.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like when you're in your 20s, $100 is like, oh, I can get so much stuff with this. After you get, I'm not going to say how old I am. After you almost double that age, you kind of get to the point of like, you know, like $1,000 is a lot of money. $100 is like maybe a couple of days.
It's true. It's true. That's what my mom said before too. So
It's like
Maybe
the older you
it's a
get,
fun
the
night
bigger the
out.
range gets. Exactly. Like
yeah.
I spent like, I think $40 just the other day getting lunch for me and like one other person, just because it's like I don't want to go out. Let's just DoorDash.
DoorDash is too convenient.
It really
I
is.
hate it and I love it. Because it's so much more expensive, but it's so worth it. It's so
it
worth
is.
it.
I don't have the option to get DoorDash here, so I have to
No.
go out and drive like a plebeian.
I have like
get my
No.
food.
400 locations to DoorDash from now.
Jesus, yeah. I also have Uber Eats and Skip here, so there's 3 I can go to whenever I'm feeling like crazy and want to switch over to a new one.
Gotta keep them on their toes.
Right? I can't
Yeah.
order from the same place so many times in the same app because then it's embarrassing. They'd be like, this guy gets the same thing like every time. Don't look at me. I have to order from a different app to like get rid of my paper trail.
Meanwhile, me, who's about to set up a basket right outside the door that just put it in there.
Please put order here. I should do that too because the amount of times they've delivered to the wrong person because my complex is a little confusing. So my neighbor gets the food, but she's nice. She'll give it to me, but I just feel bad because then she has to like leave her house, walk to mine, give me my food, and then go back home.
Yeah, I want it because last week we also got DoorDash. Spoiler alert, we're kind of lazy. I'm also on a night shift schedule, so I wake up around 3 p.m. and I don't go to bed till about 8 or 9 a.m. And so when you don't have like that much time, things start to close. So it's like, Craig, just DoorDash that while we're doing this. But when
That's
I did that
fine.
order, like I caught them just beforehand because when I know it's coming, I'll like see the notification on my phone. I'll be like, oh, I'll just go open because we have a screen door. And I opened the front door and I looked at them at the screen door and they were setting the drinks right against the screen door. So there's no way to open it. And they made eye contact with me and I was like, and they picked it up really
No,
quick and I like
no.
opened it and grabbed it. It's like, thank you. Like,
Damn,
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they were setting you up for failure. I would have been so mad if I didn't catch that. I would have opened the door and it would have spilled and I would have cried.
Yep. That's why I like the screen door because I can just like, I can open up the front one and just like sit and wait.
You can assess the situation before just opening it.
I do that a lot because the way like the couches, I can see like out the door and they can't see in until they get right up on it. So I can kind of be like, oh, I'm going to lean back and just let them set it down. Or sometimes I'll be like, all right, I'm going to get up and go grab it real quick. Depends on what I'm feeling like with the people.
It's true. It depends on my social battery level.
Yep.
If I can handle interaction, I'll open the door and be like, oh, thank you. Have a nice day. But if I'm not, I'm like, I'm waiting until you're gone. Car's got to be gone. You're no chance of seeing
Peeking
me,
out the window,
and then I'll
just
get in.
spying on him.
waiting to hear the car drive away.
That's me.
I do that with Amazon deliveries. If I'm home, I'll like duck down.
Yeah. I pretend that I'm not home, and then they get it. After
It
they're
doesn't
gone.
matter if I'm home or not. They never knock. They always just leave it there.
Amazon's
true.
the one I can't do because it's like the exact same time I have to take the dog out because he has a schedule. And so the dog's taking
Oh.
a shit, and then the Amazon truck pulls up, and I'm like, fuck, they saw me. Like, what am I going to do? Just pretend I'm not standing here?
Just die in the spot.
Yep.
Possum, just pass out.
But it's like they just walk up, hand it like, thanks. And I slink back in.
That's what I do.
Like, God damn it,
Newt.
Newt.
Stay, close the door.
You and your tiny ass bladder.
You're the wait dog. I don't want to socialize today.
And meanwhile, he's like, I'm gonna shit in the kitchen. Barry, do you want to do your other one, or are we all gonna do like one and then kind of go through the second one?
You can do. I want to see what you have.
I think that's a good idea. Then if we have some time, we can do. I think we will have time. We can do like a second story, maybe.
Okay, because I thought of two.
Okay,
So we'll have
there.
two.
Yeah.
I want to go with the. So for those of you who don't know, I kind of have a model that's two models. I have as you can, if you're on YouTube, you can see on screen. If you're on iTunes or Spotify, best of luck. But I kind of have two models. I have a big titty goth girl holding a cat, and I am the cat. The girl is actually Adrian. That's my significant other who I live with. And she has her model is like fully functional and working. So it kind of works in that duality. But for the first, I want to say a year to year and a half that I was streaming, no one could, like, everyone would just come in and be like, hey, your mouth's not moving. I'd be like, yeah, it is. And I'd zoom in on the cat face and be like, holy fuck, you're the cat. Every time. It's become like the in-joke. But there was one in particular that always stood out. And I was moderating a chat for a friend. She was in a collab with somebody else, and her goal was like, okay, we just got to get him to affiliate. Like, he's been going for a while, we're going to get him to affiliate. So I'm kind of doing both chats, you know, I'm talking in both, I'm keeping an eye on things, I'm funneling people over, we get him to affiliate. And then he starts popping into my streams, you know, he's like, oh, you know, thank you for all your help. I was like, yeah, no problem, man, hanging out for a bit. Starts raiding in, kind of talking more, maybe for about 2 months, I'll say. 2-3 months. It's been a while. Like, we've been talking to each other through, like, chats and whatnot, right? After about 3 months, I look over and he's just like, I think I'm playing Minecraft or something at the time. He's like, hey, can I ask a quick question? I'm like, oh, sure. Yeah, what's up? Why doesn't your mouth move? Like, wait. I was like, wait, did my model freeze? Because Minecraft sometimes makes my model freeze. I don't know why. I'd be like, ah, shit. Like, tab. I was like, no, wait, it's like not frozen right now. Like, is it working now? He goes, no, your mouth's not moving at all. I was like, hold up. And I do that very, very slow zoom in on the cat face. Like, are you saying my mouth isn't moving? He goes, oh, wait. Oh, you're the cat. And I just like, it's been 3 months.
Damn, 3 months. And then notice. That's insane.
And legit, his excuse was, well, I thought you made your own model, and I just thought you didn't know how to make mouths yet.
Like, the first time I went into your stream, I feel like it's kind of hard to not notice the cats talking.
Yeah. Well, I kind of knew in advance there's models like that because I saw a few before that were like an anime girl or like another character holding something that was the main streamer, some animal or alien or something. And so I knew that, and seeing the cat, I was like, okay, he's the cat. But 3 months, I get it at first if you get shocked, but 3 months.
You know, it does still happen where people come in and maybe I'm like a little quieter watching a cutscene or something, and I'll say something. It'll be like, oh, wait, you're the cat. It's like, oh, yeah, hi. But
Hi, I'm
3
down here. Hello.
months!
That's insane. That's so insane. I get it to an extent, maybe a bit longer of a period if you think it was because of the bad rigging. But after a while, I'd be like, I don't know. Either I'd crack and say, "Oh, you realize your mouth's not moving, right?"
Well-
Earlier than 3 months, and then it's like, okay, that's a pretty common reaction.
I have a timer that
what-
says
I
like
don't
my
know.
model. It was made by Maple with a link.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh my-
timer.
Well,
And
there's no
every
excuse.
time she pops in,
There's
I
no
immediately go, Mama
excuse.
Maple, she made my model. Every
3
time.
months. It's okay. Maybe they're just
If you're listening to this
They're
podcast,
just
you know who
slow.
you
They're just
are.
behind.
we love you. This isn't in a mean way at all.
No, this is not an
The three-
attack. This is just 3 months.
3 months is impressive.
You are the record holder. You are the Olympian here.
Hey, that's a feat. You can always say that. Man, yeah, maybe there should be like a undercover contest held to see who can like go without noticing it the longest. Watch it get to like a year. It's like your year anniversary or like one of many year anniversaries, and then someone comes in and goes, "Oh wait, you're the cat," and they've been there for like multiple years.
Oh my god, it's like the
Sometimes I go into his chat and I'll be like, "Oh wait, you're the cat?"
You do.
That's so good.
that reminds me of the
Down there.
it was like a resub for 24 months, and then they had a first time chat of like 2 years of these emotes, thanks. Fucking 2 years
I-
not
yeah.
saying a
They just
word.
wanted your emotes.
They just wanted the
Hey, I
emotes.
mean, like,
Respect.
people join Discord servers for emotes.
Not
It's
me and
true.
50 Discord servers because I like the emotes.
There's some really good emotes I just need to be there for.
Yep, it's like I really need y'all to like start combining these into other servers. It's getting hard to keep track of these lists.
Yeah. And also I'm in 2-bay discords, so please short the list for me, please.
Yeah, everyone just kind of come together in fusion, and yeah, it'll work.
Yeah, I have people like that too, where I'll see like a resub message offline or something, and it'll just be like, "Thanks for the emails" or something. I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you." Or else, yeah, the first time chat after like a year, they're like, "Hey," like, "What? Hi, whoa, you speak."
Gotta love the
You've
lurkers.
spoken.
They are the lifeblood
Love
of every
them.
streamer.
I know. I'll say something always like silly or goofy or something that everyone can chime in on, and all of a sudden, all the lurkers speak. You'll just see like a wall of people that you haven't seen the whole stream, and I'm like, "Oh, hi."
I
And they'll
get
just go back
that.
to the lurk. I love it.
I get that saying the most cursed shit.
Yeah, they'll all be like, either "Huh? What? What? Excuse me?" They'll say something in like disgust or awe or shock.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna. The second you say childbirth is the original unboxing video, man, everyone wants to jump up on that.
That would work. That would bring me out of lurk. I'd be like, "Hello?
It happens quite often.
Come
Did you guys
again.
hear that?" I think I once, because I stream late enough where I get a lot of Australians. So like once it reaches a certain point at night, it's like a lot of European and Australian viewers. And I think I called out the fact that one of my mods is Australian, or I have like a lot of Australian friends, and all of a sudden, like this wall of Australians came out of nowhere. And they're all like talking. They're like, "Oh, you're from here and you're from here." I'm like, "Where there's this many of you here?" Like, I got all of Australia here. What the heck? And you guys were all just lurking? Hi, good morning, good day. It's wild. I love my lurkers. You know who you are, also.
Yeah.
You know who you are. Okay. I guess I'll go next with my second story then, if we're all going to do a second one.
Mm.
I'm deciphering. I have another one, but one's like it's just kind of like, I don't think it's better than the other one. I think mine would be, well, I guess I could just talk about my donathon that happened. It's very recent, and I mean it's pretty obvious that donathons go crazy, and I was not expecting anything to happen during mine. But I'm just going to talk about it in general because there's a few moments that happened in there that made, these are all good ones. These are much better than the Tilto story. I started New Year's off having Iron Mouse follow me, which I was thankfully, I say this every time I mention this, thankfully I was very heavily drunk. Because if I wasn't drunk, I think I would have just froze froze on stream and like like stopped working, but I was drunk. So I was like, "Oh, hey, how are you?" Like I was very outgoing and like not scared at all because I just didn't care at the time. And then I sobered up the next day and saw it and I was like, "Oh my god, that was real. I wasn't just drunk." Oh my god. That's wild. And that was a strong start to 2023. I was never expecting that. It was like in the middle of playing like Detroit Becomes Human. It was like at a random point, I was just like shit talking Valorant. It caught me so off guard. And I shock faced for like a few seconds. You could see it on my model. I just dropped my face. And then the drunk took over and I was like, "Oh, hi, how are you? Hope you're doing good." And I recovered. But that was insane. And that's when I knew I was like, "Oh wow, okay. This might be a little crazier than I thought." This might go on a little longer than I thought it would. Um and then another surreal moment was uh getting my goal reached while playing Plastic Duck Simulator, a literal rubber ducky game.
I love that game.
It is
I love
amazing.
That's where you
It's
just watch the
best
duckies
game.
float around, right?
It's yeah, you just watch and you just do duck gotcha. You just get like a gift every like 5 minutes or so, and you just click on it and you get a random duck. It's so addicting. I've beat the game 100%. But all the craziest things in my donathon happened basically while playing that game. Out of all the games I was playing, it was this game that like I guess just had the good luck in it. Because the first or the well, it was supposed to be the last day. It was like day 8 or 9. And I was like, "Oh, is this the last day? Oh my god, we were approaching like 9 hours at this point." So I was like, "I can finish this in today. The donathon will be done." It was a good run. It was really fun, but I'm tired. And then all of a sudden, I get like a big donation. I don't want to say the amount because I don't want to like put anyone on the spot, but it was a big donation. Let's just say it moved the timer up. Actually, within the period of 5 minutes, my chat managed to move my timer up from 9 hours to 22 hours.
Oh my
Damn.
So basically, within the period of that first big donation and 5 minutes later, I reached my goal because this person would be like, "Oh, okay. Here's a donation. What's your next goal?" And I was like, "Oh, it's this, and it's this far away." Because it'd be like, "Oh, what's your next goal and how far away is it?" I was like, "Oh, it's the same as last time, but it's this goal." And then that money would be sent through, and I'm like, "Oh, oh my god, no, don't do this." I was sensing the trend too. I was like, "This is." They kept asking. I was like, "Please don't tell me you're gonna keep donating. Like, please take care of yourself." And they're like, "Don't worry, I got this." And I was like, "What? Huh?" And so, sure enough, we reached the second to last goal with the help of a person within 5 minutes, and I cried. I cried a lot. I cried so much while rubber duckies were floating around on my screen in Serenity. And then, literally like a minute later, someone else comes in and finishes off the entire donathon with another generous sum of money. And then I had like incentives too. I was like, "Oh, that means I owe you a lot of shit. I got to do a lot of shit for you guys now. So what do you want?" They're like, "No, it's okay. We don't need anything." And I was like, "What? Huh?" And then so I cried more. I cried more because I wasn't used to that generosity, and it was a lot, and it was very surreal while all that happened. While once again I was playing the rubber duck game, it was a very surreal experience. And then also I cried because my timer was now at like 24 hours. So I was like, "Okay, well, I at least have 2 more days to go." And then one last thing in the donathon. I'll do the trifecta. This was me again playing Rubber Ducky Simulator. I was approaching like the last 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes of Rubber Ducky Simulator, I was playing it again. I needed all the achievements. I think I needed 2 more achievements and 1 more duck. Or 2 more ducks, one or the other. And I managed to just get like 2 achievements at like 2 minutes left. And within the last minute, I get a drop, and it was the last duck. And so, right as the donathon ended, I beat Rubber Duck Simulator.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted. Bye.
I was literally everyone was like, "Let's go," and I was like, "Let's go right now. I'm gone. Bye."
I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed forever.
Go to bed,
I
my
beat
rubber ducky.
Plastic Duck Simulator, and that was really cool. That was amazing. I have 15 hours in this game. I just looked. I have 15 hours. And all 25 achievements completed. That's the only game I've ever beat completely on Steam. Mm-mm. But that was a good experience. That was to balance out the dildo experience. That was like the counterbalance.
Yeah.
Life is about balance. On one hand,
Yeah,
you
they're
have
like-
duckies. On the other, dildos.
Like, you dealt with this. We'll give you some of this. Here you go. You dealt with some rubber. We'll give you some other rubber.
Better
Rubber for rubber.
The
Silicon
better
for rubber.
Yeah. I know, Tracy.
Okay.
Mm.
How do I was trying to think about how to start this story. But when I think it was maybe a week before I debuted, I was in the EN VTubers Discord, which I joined to help me get assets for my stream because they have a marketplace on there. And I like randomly joined one of the voice calls. There was a few people in there. And I was just chatting to people, and one of the girls there was having her debut like the next day. So I was like, "Oh yes, for sure! Like I'll totally be there." And I did, and I was like in her community for a few weeks, and I got like really close to her. I was not a mod, but that was because I didn't want to be a mod. But we had like a private group chat of me and her mods, and like we were all really close to each other. And she kept like it was like a series of unfortunate events. Like she just kept having bad things happen to her. Like she got doxxed, her credit card information got stolen, like her scholarship got pulled. It was like a whole bunch of stuff that was happening all at once. And then one day she just like went radio silent. And so I had one of my really close friends message me and was like, I think she may have taken her own life because she had sent me very like concerning messages the night before. And so for a week we were trying to get in contact with her. I had her address because I had ordered her Uber Eats before, and we sent like a wellness check and all this stuff. And for I think it was a month, maybe a little bit over a month, we heard nothing. And then all of a sudden one day she just starts streaming again. And come to find out, this woman, who shall not be named, is a chronic liar and had faked her own death once before. And she she did it for money. Turns
God
out.
damn.
So this woman faked her death twice, faked having her credit cards being stolen, faked being doxxed. She got a ton of donations from her viewers, and then she would proceed to buy new models over and over again. She's still streaming. I don't keep up with her anymore, obviously. She's a very toxic person. I think she's changed the YouTuber model like over 30 times.
God damn.
But yeah, that was definitely, I was like, what the fuck? I was like just starting out getting like my shit together to stream, and one of the first people I met and befriend like faked their own death, and I was like, what the fuck? Is it all like that?
wild.
And then I
is this
rolled in like, here's
normal?
your feet.
Yeah, well, it's funny because even though she was a right cunt, as we would say in the great white north, I had some people from her community come over into mine because they didn't want anything to do with her anymore, and like they are still here. Like they're my regulars are from her community, and like Lucia, my best friend online, he's from her community originally.
Oh,
So
hell
like
yeah.
kind of bittersweet because she sucks really bad, but and it like caused a lot of emotional stress because we thought she literally died. But at the same time, I mean, I met a lot of wonderful people that way, so I guess it worked out.
It was a double-edged sword.
Yeah, basically.
That's wild.
Yeah, faking your
Damn.
own death is like,
Twice. Yeah.
Twice too,
Twice.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
insane. Holy.
Yeah, she's got I think she has some mental problems. Maybe she should get
Well,
checked
you would
out.
have to do that. That's a very like fucked up thing to fake. especially twice,
Yeah.
and feel like no remorse for it. Like people are mourning you, like your loss of you, and they miss you and they feel for you, and then you just come back, hey,
That's how it
sorry.
was too. She was just like, "Oh,
That's insane.
I took a break or whatever," and then she was like, she didn't even tell us that she had done it before, because we were like, why didn't she reach out? She said that her accounts were hacked, and I was like, okay, but like, you could literally just make a new account and DM
So
us.
if you wanted to like stay in touch with us, you would have found a way.
Yeah, like you know what my if even if you didn't remember my Discord username, I like Twitter or like my Twitch, you
Right?
know? So
Yeah.
I was like already suspicious about it, and then like later on, she confessed that she had like faked her death once before, and like this was her name that she used, and there was these people coming in like, oh my god, like I thought you died, like from her past community, and I was really upset about it, and then a lot of people were, and then there were people that were just like, water under the bridge, and I was like,
Mm.
really?
Wow.
Are you sure?
That's also crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how quickly people can just be like, "Oh, I love you. It's okay."
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, if it like interrupts their their image of the person, then they're probably just like, no, that's clearly you're fine now, because they don't want to
Yeah.
face that reality.
It's true.
Because there's a lot of people who don't want to face reality.
Yeah, I think people chalk
It's
it up
true.
and they're like, "Oh, you know, it's fine. You were going through a hard time." But like, no. I don't care
Right?
how hard of a time you're going through. You did it twice, like, and like
And
you
scam people
didn't,
too.
yeah, and scam people out of their money, like saying that stuff was happening to you when it obviously wasn't. I got the receipts. I got, I got, I got the receipts. I know you were lying about
Right?
stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, yeah, you're not a good person. I'm gonna like block you
No.
and never talk to you again.
That's one thing I'm glad that like I hate social media, but I'm glad I've been on it since high school because I've gotten better. I hate that I have to be good at this, but I've gotten better at like detecting people aura, presence, their personality just through their like interactions on social media. Like I can kind of see through the fakeness now to hopefully try to avoid situations like that. Because when I first started, especially on Twitter, I only used Instagram, so it wasn't as interactive. So I had to kind of learn like some of these bitches are real dirty.
Yeah.
It's true. I know like Westy's even had people like that in his community. It scares me to be a big VTuber. It must be, or a big content creator in general. Like I
Mm.
imagine you just have to be suspicious of everybody because there's so many people that like they don't actually want to be your friend. They just want to be associated with you for your viewership, which I've also had happen to me in the past.
Mm.
Even though I'm not even a big streamer. So it's like if this can happen to me, I can't imagine like people who are partnered and have like thousands of viewers. Like
Right?
that would
I
suck.
had
I'd
it
be
at one
so
point.
suspicious.
Yeah, it was. I'm definitely more careful now because when I was on the growing up, when I was starting to pop off and became partnered, before I like settled back down a bit, there was an influx of people hanging around, coming around more, and like trying to like be like, oh, we should hang out or collab or do this and stuff. I was like, yeah, sure, that's cool, but still like wary because I'm like, you only started to come around more when I started getting traction. And then once I started falling off again after getting partner, they would go away. And I was like, I
Mhm.
was right. You were just here because I was doing good number wise. And luckily that helped like get rid of some of the people that I'm like, yeah, I don't like you. But no, it is I'm also scared of that. I am partnered, but luckily, like I said, I've kind of like settled numbers wise. I'm not like popping off at the moment, which is good because it helps me with anxiety and also it helps me with fake bitches.
Helps you to start like weeding them out.
Yeah, exactly. And I've grown. I got that little burst I had where I had a bunch of people coming in. It helped me a bunch to text like signs and certain people's attitudes and their past behaviors and like I don't know. I just like watch a stream. You see interactions with other people
Mm.
and you can tell when they're
Oh
forced.
God, yes. Like I'm not I'm not big. I'm not nearly as big as you, but like I'm in a lot of big communities because
Mhm.
I'm friends with people who are fairly successful, and I'm always hanging around. I'm definitely more of a lurker at times. I like to
Same.
lurk, but there's so many times where I'm like, they're saying hi to people. I'm like, oh hey, and then they like skip right over me and go back to
Mhm.
like, oh partner, hi partner, hi. I'm like,
Mhm.
all right. And then they'll if I'm lucky, the streamer will immediately be like, "Wow, that's pretty embarrassing for them to ignore that." And then they'll like stop talking to him for a while and like talk to me a
Yeah.
little bit. Be like, "Oh, hi, Westy," and they're like, "Oh, now you see me. Oh,
Yeah, I
now
was
you see
surprised.
me. Yeah, I've been here a minute. Hi,
Yeah.
bye."
That's another thing I noticed with the partner badge. Now I have even more anxiety going into chats because people that I don't even know will just like all like people you can tell even like chatters in the chat will like purposely like at you and respond to you to like say something to you. And I'm like, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm here to watch the streamer. I know I have this little badge beside me, but I am just a viewer right now. Like I am simply just a viewer. I want to watch. I don't know you, don't at me. And sometimes the streamers, like I tested it when I got partnered. I was like, I want to see something. I went to in a very popular streamers chat and I was like, first time I'll ever chat. Let's see if he notices. Because if I wasn't partnered, he wouldn't notice. First message, I'm like, hey, how are you? Response instantly. I was like, no way.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. And so, one, that's why I lurk a lot because I'm nervous. So I just stay quiet for the most part. But yeah, it's insane how some people will just, I don't know, treat you completely different, even though they don't even know you. Like, they don't know me. I could be the biggest asshole fucking ever. I'm just saying hi to them randomly.
Well, it's like
And
the Twitch partner badge within this community is kind of like that's the symbol of, oh man, they made it. They're big time now. And it could really just
Mhm.
be like, no, they're here to vibe and chill. They're not here to,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
And so people are like, you could turn off the badge, but then I'm like, well,
You worked for
I
that
worked to
badge.
get it. Yeah, right. So I keep it on for that reason. But yeah, sometimes I do turn it off and I go incognito. But the capital Arva kind of gives it away also because 4-letter usernames are hard to get. So that kind of gives it away. But yeah, no, I'm just there to vibe. I just want to hang out in the chat. I'm an anxious bitch just like you bitches. I just want to sit here and watch the streamer.
Exactly.
When you're like lurking and
Mm.
people will have their viewers list
Oh
up
no.
and they'll like, I know you're here, and it's like, don't
I hate
call
that.
me out.
That
Excuse me.
ooh, that happened
I
to me
just
once.
happened to me a few times. Yeah.
Like the only time I will pull up my viewer list is to check for one mog. Like, hang on. Before I talk shit about you, hang on a minute. I like getting laid. Let me make sure you're not here.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, she's not here. Close it. So anyway, that's like the only time I'll ever do that, or I'll see her. There's like, oh, so anyway, another funny story. And then just see in chat like, you bitch, like, shh, you're not here. I'm
Yeah.
safe. You're not upstairs. You're not gonna run downstairs and punch me in the back of the head while I'm streaming. It's fine.
I do the same thing.
It's
But I
always
don't
like
get
one
calling it
person.
lurkers.
No.
That's so bold.
Because I went into a chat once and it wasn't like, it was somebody I kind of knew on the Fringe group. And I was like, I'm going to pop in and see what they're doing. Oh, they're playing like, I don't remember what game. Like, I'm kind of interested. Like, I want to see how it is. Just kind of watch it for a minute. The second I popped in, I had the stream up for maybe 5 seconds. Hey, Westy, how you doing? Like, what? I was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought,
That's
it's like,
wild.
what the fuck? I looked around, I was like, don't be silent. Let me hear your words. And I just left immediately. Like, no, I don't have the energy for that. I just want to check out the game.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. That gives me so much anxiety.
Mm-hmm. I had
just,
a
like,
panic moment of like,
no.
how do you see me?
Holy. Don't. I'm lurking for a reason. I had that and like I was just lurking on their stream because I wanted to see because I've never been there. But I was also out with a friend. So I was on my phone and I was just about to close the stream because I just wanted to see what was up. And they were like, oh hey Arva, how are you? And I was like, oh, I
Now you have to
just got
stay.
here. And then so I was like, oh hey, I'm with a friend right now, so I can't really talk. But I'll leave a lurk because now I have to lurk. Because if I leave, they're gonna be like, "What the hell?"
I just leave immediately
came
when
and
someone
left.
does that, and I will immediately leave. It's like, do not call me out.
I think I left within like 5 to 10 minutes, so hopefully they like close the list down or something, or just like
They
I
never
was there
do.
for enough, but they don't. So I just left because I was on my phone. I'm like, I'm not gonna have my phone open with someone's stream while with my friend. What the heck? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how? How do you do? I couldn't do that. Maybe it's because we're both lurkers, and anyone who is a lurker that streams, oh, sorry if you're my dogs. Oh, food's here.
Food.
But oh my god, they're going crazy. But yeah, being a lurker, I know I don't want to ever be called out. I mean, it's just kind of etiquette.
Yeah.
They're probably lurking for a reason, you know?
Yeah, it's like the reason I lurk is literally like I don't have a social battery at the moment, but watching like certain streamers, I love the community. I love the streamer.
Exactly. Like I just like laugh being there. I like seeing what the
Yeah.
other people say in chat, and I like seeing what the streamer does on stream.
Yeah, like I have
Yeah.
like I'll have you up on my right screen here and I'll be idly playing just a game that doesn't require a lot of focus just cuz like my brain is a little like fried at the moment and I just need a recharge.
Yeah.
And then the
Exactly.
second anyone's just like, "Oh, Westy's here." It's like, "You bitch,
Oh,
close stream, going to
Serenity's
YouTube.
ruined.
Going to YouTube, time to rewatch a Let's Play."
My peace has been interrupted.
Exactly. It's the same thing as like if you're trying to take a nap and someone's just knocking on the door or waking you up. It's like,
Yeah, it really
same
is.
feeling. I fucking hate it. It's just leave.
It really is.
Mhm.
That's a really good like comparison. Oh my god. No, I hate it. I hate it so much. And that's why the only people I ever call out and lurk are like specific friends that like will do it to me and I'll do it to them because we know it's okay. But
Yeah.
no one else I'll call out of lurk because that's just I can't. That's so God, it's crazy.
To probably do my last story.
Mhm.
I'm really divided because I actually have a good amount of these. I've realized.
I know I started coming up with more and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's like once you really start thinking about it, it's like that did happen. You know, oh, this one did happen too. This one was real weird. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I had a few of those and I'm like, well, I don't think they could top the dildo story, but they're weird.
Yeah, the dildo story is a hard one to get on top of there. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I'm gonna keep both of mine like fairly positive on this one
Okay.
because there's a lot of negative, but I don't like being negative if I can help it. As
No, I'm the same way. I don't want to do the negative stories because they've passed.
yeah,
There's no point
exactly.
bringing them back up.
No point in dwelling on the trash that's already taken itself out.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my favorite stories was kind of how I started hanging out and getting to know a couple of my best friends in the community. And I'm sure both of you have heard this story at one point. I would be shocked if you didn't, from how many people tell it. So, it was about when I actually started kind of getting into more of the communities around here and getting to know people. Our mutual friend, Many, which, by the way, if anyone doesn't know the story, how I met Arva was I was in Many's chat, and Many specifically told me, go into Arva's chat, call him a bitch. Arva, I went into your chat and I said, hey, Many says you're a bitch. And you just started laughing so hard.
I love that kind of shit. Bully me. Call me a bitch.
It was so fucking funny. It was like that energy is like, I need this. Hello?
I'm glad that was a first introduction. That's a strong introduction for me.
It was amazing. But started hanging out with them more, and two of my best friends are Cult of Mini and Gamer Goblin Gary. And Mini I kind of hung out with a little bit beforehand. Gary, at that point, not at all. Like, very, very fringe in chat, other people's chat. Like, we told one joke kind of thing. I'm in the middle of a stream. I look over in chat and I see Many. It's like, so, golf? I'm like, oh, sure, I can play golf. Like, this one? She goes, no, this one over here. It's better. I'm like, oh, I don't own that one. Hang on. And I look on Steam. It's free. It's having, like, a free weekend kind of thing. It's like, oh, yeah, I can download that. It's going to take me just a minute, though. I'll start. Like, I'm on stream. It's like, don't do this on stream. unless you're like already in that kind of mood, or you have that friend group coming in.
Yeah.
Like, but it was definitely like one of those nights of like, I'm not feeling what I'm doing right now, and I was gonna swap over to something else anyway. So it's like, this is gonna be fun. And so I'm about to hit the button. I click on the play game button on Steam right as a message pops up that says Colton Mini has sent you a gift. She bought me a free game. She spent $5.
Yeah.
And right when I
Wow.
clicked accept, and I just immediately was just like, you hear me having a stroke, just like, what the? And I'm screaming, it was free, like on stream, and I have to go type out a message and send it to her because she's streaming at the same time. So now we have two streams going with this argument, and I'm just like, it was free, and all I hear is hee hee. And she just did not. She gifted a free game to like 5 people that night.
She's
remember,
crazy.
I wasn't there when it happened, but I remember your entire Discord and your whole chat saying it was free, and I was so confused.
It was free.
I was like, "What was free?" I'm so confused. What are you guys
It was
talking
free.
about?
I
And all the
remember you.
replies would just be, it was free, and I'm like, "What's free?"
Yeah, there was a whole period where we were just like, hey, you want to play this game? It's like, sure. And we'd buy golf for somebody, be like, what? It's like, it's free. And we would offer no explanation. That was the explanation to that. And it was just such a back and forth of like, you bought me a free game. She goes, yeah, it's free because I bought it. It's like, god damn.
I love that. I love many. They're so crazy.
Yes,
Damn.
I know.
God.
And then that was actually the first time, played with Gary and all them, and we kind of got that trio going on of best friends and building the communities and just kind of looking out for each other.
Great trio.
Hell
Westy,
yeah.
Many, and Gary.
The leadership.
Unstoppable Triforce.
It's true.
Just
That's true. I
tearing
love that. I
everyone
love when you
apart.
get a collab that just like you really click with the people you're collabing with.
You click and it's been 8 hours and we haven't stopped laughing for all 8 hours to the point where we're just
like your face hurts, your
It's like-
cheeks are sore.
like it's been 8 hours. I
Face.
need to pee.
Yeah, I love those. Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, I should go to sleep soon. Also,
Yep. Those are the best. But yeah, I'd say that's probably the two most positive
hell yeah.
I've had. Like I said, the negative, there's a lot of negative, and there's a lot of negative on the internet, and a lot of negative on Twitch in particular.
Yes.
Especially if you're a VTuber. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's tough out there. You get a thick skin.
Yeah, if
You
you're
get a thick skin quick.
if you're going in thinking everyone's gonna be all nice and helpful and just, looking out for, oh no. No, you're walking into a blender.
There's some bitches out there.
There
Mhm.
are some bitches. I'm the bitch first. That's my difference. I'll be bitch to you first.
I'm a boss ass bitch.
I always tell my chat,
A
I'm
boss
like,
bitch.
I know I'm nice to you guys and I'm sweet, but I'm also a bitch, so don't fuck with me. I'm like, I will fuck you up.
This plastic
I'm
knife
like a
actually
mom
has
with
an
bigger
edge.
mads. Yeah, I'm all cotton candy and butterflies when you meet me, but if you fuck with me, you'll be seeing
Barba's
cotton
got
candy
like
butterflies.
Twitlonger in his favorites for quick access.
Yeah, I won't even physically destroy you in Minecraft. I'll just emotionally destroy you with some Twilongers. I'm a gay on the internet. I've learned quick-witted skills.
Most valuable skills.
It's true, God. Can't believe it. It's like the beauty guru community in VTubing.
Oh my
Yes.
god,
drama.
the beauty guru community is fucking awful.
Yeah, they just thrive off drama, and VTubers are the same damn way.
Yeah. Well, you
Twitter's
gotta,
the worst for it too. I feel like that's where I see all the drama happening.
It's
I'm
gotten
like,
even worse since Twitter's imploded too.
let me get my popcorn. What's going on?
I know. I sit back and I'm munching on them. I'm like, I love this. I'm out of it. It doesn't affect me, but I can still look at it happening.
Yep.
I have my entertainment. That's
Okay,
wild.
I
Mm.
think it's time.
It's
I think it is. We both had 2 stories.
Yeah.
We both are not both. We
We
all had
both, only both of us had two
We
stories.
both.
You
It's
have
me
to
and me.
guess
It's
who the other
Arva and
person-
Arfa. No one else here.
Oh shit.
You're all in my head. I'm having an episode. Get out. Get out of my head. Get out.
Take
Get
your
out. Get out.
pills, Arva.
Pop.
Oh damn! I wish I had like a pill container I could shake. That'd be really good for the bitch. Shit.
Oh, no, they're all upstairs in the bedroom. Crap. Never mind.
Ah damn! I'll just. Those are my pills.
Yeah.
There we go.
That was realistic. That sounds exactly
you.
like what it would sound like.
That's how my pills sound like.
I've been told that I'm a good impersonator of pills.
Oh god, is that a compliment? Wait a
I don't know.
minute.
I said that and I just realized
It's like, hold
people have
on.
been insulting me. Hold on. Wait a
gotta
second.
reevaluate this real quick.
I got another story to tell now. No. Oh, I'm joking.
Gotta spit longer. Hang on.
Wait, hold on. I'm typing. All right, I read it. I'll see you in court, bitch.
There you go.
All right. And now since I'm the host, right, I get to pick a winner for the next host, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
no.
a double-edged sword too. You can pick yourself, but then you have to host the next
I had to host
one.
another one, yeah. Actually, I was kind of right. Actually, I think we had a pretty equal standing this time for like crazy stories. I feel like we all had pretty crazy stories. And some that weren't super crazy, just more of like a positive thing. But that makes it harder. Fuck. This is hard.
Yeah, it's hard to pick, isn't it? This is what my dilemma
hard to
last
pick.
week. Well, not last week, but you know. Some
No,
of
it
us
was
have worked
Editing last
crazy.
week,
jo-
wink,
It was
wink.
totally last week, yeah.
We didn't skip a week. No.
They don't need to know
Um,
that. AFK, edit this out.
Right. Failed RP.
Censor noise.
I think honestly, I think I'm gonna go Farah for the story of the girl who faked her death twice.
Yeah,
Unalived
Yeah.
herself twice. That's pretty fucking crazy.
yeah,
I'm not gonna
she's
lie.
a bitch.
That's pretty wild. That's like
Yeah.
that's something you hear in like a TV show or something.
Yeah, I
Like,
heard that and I was like, oh, I don't think I have anything to compete with that one.
that's wild. Well, the 3 months thing was pretty crazy too. That's what got me is like not realizing that you're the cat for 3 months. That's a pretty that's a pretty crazy one too. That takes a lot of like just like blissful ignorance to not realize.
Blissful ignorance or just that
Just to go through.
happy-go-lucky, just walk in smiling like,
Just happy to be
"Oh,
there.
I'm here now.
They're just glad. They're just glad you're in your stream.
Yep, exactly.
I think Farah wins this week though. I think
Yep.
that story is pretty wild.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I didn't lose.
Let's go.
That means you get to give the winner speech at the end.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Epic. I'd like to thank that bitch for pretending to die
Oh
twice.
my fucking god.
Yeah. And shout out to McDonald's.
Sponsor
Real
us,
one.
McDonald's. I need free nuggies.
Please.
Because for being the DoorDash order that I sent to her house that one time, and that's how I got her address.
Well then,
That's true. McDonald's, you're a real one. You're a real one
The
for
real
that.
one, yeah.
love us,
Thank you,
McDonald's.
Dix.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Thank you, Mix Dix. Hell yeah. That was another good episode. I wanted to I think that was a good easer because it's the second episode. I wanted to ease in with a question that wasn't super hard to answer, too wild. Because I feel like we all showed that we at least had 2 experiences with something that was crazy. So that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we all had some good stories. That was wild.
Yeah.
I've learned even more about Twitch chatters today and Twitter users.
Arva, do you want to do the
Hey.
social since you're the host?
Oh yeah, okay.
Where to follow us, where to find us.
So for me,
Yeah,
hey,
my Twitch chat. My Twitch
chat? You had the Twitch chat up?
memorized.
I don't hold on. Let me pull them all up. No, I'm joking. I think I remember them from last time. I don't remember people's usernames too much because I just follow them and then I turn the notifications on, so I always see them. I got my eyes on you. But I'm Arva. You can find me at Arva. I believe it's still _69 because Twitter won't let me have Arva. It's _69 after my username Arva. On Twitter, on Twitch, it is just Arva. On YouTube, I believe it is also just Arva. I think I've managed that username, but I can't get it on Twitter. I hate it. Twitter hates me. And then Westy is Sir Westy on Twitch. You're Sir Westy on Twitter too, right?
I am
No?
Westy HCC on
Oh, right.
But you failed.
and
I
Sir
failed.
Westy on YouTube. Where
Okay,
these
so you
episodes
see,
go.
It's the same as me. Twitter's the odd one out because Twitter's a bitch.
Yep, exactly.
And then Farah is Farah the Bat on Twitch and Farah Silvertail on Twitter.
Yeah, you got it.
And then YouTube, it's also Farah the Bat, right?
Yep.
Once again, there's a trend. Twitter cucks us all.
Yep.
We
Twitter is
can't
the
get our
speed
usernames
bump
on
in our
Twitter.
lives.
Every single one of us. God damn it. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in for this week. We'll see you again next week.
See you next week.
Farah's prompt. Bye bye.
My turn. Bye bye.
I'm scared. Bye.